Is it possible for a man to remain closed at their houses, especially the people who are staying alone, literally alone? Is it possible? Let me tell you, it is not possible for a conditioned being, for a person, for an identity, for a personality to remain at peace with self, to remain positive all the time. When you don't know when this is going to end, it may take days, it may take months, we don't know. So this is the time to know the secrets of all those people, all those Buddhas who used to meditate not for days, not for months, but for years and years in the caves and in the woods, and used to remain unaffected with the external environment. Nothing could disturb them. They were in absolute peace with themselves. If they can do it, we can also do it. This is the time not to build personality, but this is the time to dissolve your personality and be the pure presence. This is not the time to try to become a different kind of a cloud. We have been doing that. Enough of enough. This is the time to be the sky. Yes, your true nature. This is the time to transcend every image, every idea, every identity of yours, and observe that observer in you and become pure observation, which is the quality of your true self. Like other qualities are bliss, compassion, peace. Know yourself. Take a deep dive into divinity. And wherever you are, that's an entry point. Then you will not be with yourself for hours and for days and for months. Believe me, you can be with yourself for years. In great bliss, great peace. This is truth. Find your truth. Upskilling, upgrading, learning new things, trying to refine yourself, being creative is one aspect. That is fine. I also engage myself into certain creative things. Could be working on the fitness, or could be unwinding with hobbies, or trying to learn new things which can enhance my professionalism, my professional skills. That is one thing. But look at the reality, how the fun elements are floating around at the cost of making fun of others. And my only concern is it should not lead to a kind of a depression, kind of frustration, and domestic violence, and all kind of negativity. ये वक्त मन को बहलाने का नहीं है, ये वक्त है मन से पार जाने का। सबसे बड़ा प्रश्न यही है, क्या ये संभव है कि हम हमारे घरों में, हमारे कमरों में, और ख़ास तौर पे जो लोग अकेले हैं मेरी तरह, क्या ये संभव है कि हम कई घंटों तक, कई दिनों तक, क्या पता कुछ महीनों तक ऐसे ही रहें? पॉसिबल है, संभव है। मैं इशारा कर रहा हूँ उन बुद्ध पुरुषों की जीवनचर्या पर जो ना सिर्फ कुछ पल, कुछ घंटे, कुछ दिन या कुछ माह, लेकिन कई वर्षों तक वो अपने आप में ध्यान मग्न थे। चाहे वो किसी जंगल में थे या चाहे वो किसी गुफा में थे, uninfluenced by the external environment. So if they can do it, we can also do it, because we have the same potential. This is the time basically not to build personality but to dissolve personality. I repeat, I am not in against of upskilling or a kind of upgrading yourself. That is one part of it. But my only concern is, while doing so, you should not get into kind of a frustration. Let's be very honest. You pick up any relation, anybody. Is it possible for you to be always in love with that person for weeks, for months, for years, even for a day? Maybe in the morning you may fall like dying for that person. I'm not saying that it will result into hatred, but you may dislike, you may get bored. To get bored is a natural phenomenon because we are full of expectations, images, ideas, concepts. We are in a habit to expect something or the other. That is what our upbringing is. So is it possible for a person to be like a Buddha, to be with self for years and years? Is it possible for a person to be like Christ, to remain compassionate towards all at all times? Is it possible? Yes. I'm just taking 2-3 names of enlightened masters, of Krishna. Yeah. Is it possible to be towards the truth like Krishna? So if they can do it, we can do it. So let's take a leap from person to pure presence. And in the pure presence, there is not even waiting to happen this way or that way. Person is like a cloud, presence is like the sky. The sky is so neutral. It's not insensitive. It is unaffected. This is the time basically to take a deep dive into our divinity. Then only we can evolve and we can come back, can return with great compassion. This is not time to get into all kinds of renunciation, but to bounce back with compassion. It's the time to be with yourself. And my way is to become an observer of the observer within myself. The observer, which is the person, which is an identity, which is the mind. So start observing that. Be a sky. Be an all-perceiver. Maybe to begin with, start observing your body movements. So it can be done in 2 ways. One way is a very mechanical way that you are observing as a person, as an entity. But then go back. And then see the observer in you observing your body parts, your body movements, and the things around. Then next, start observing your thoughts. Your inner world is a humongous world. Every thought is like a person, like an identity. Just observe them. And also see who is observing them. And then your emotions. I am indicating of your true nature, of being a witness, of being all perceiver. And there is no perceiver, it's all perceiving. There is no observer, it's only observing. It's a common sense for the intellectuals who may even listen to what being said now as a person, then it is very difficult. So for them, if I may most respectfully indicate towards this space in which we all are hung, the space from which we have been born, we are going to dissolve into it. If you think that you have this sensory perception and experiences, so definitely you exist in the biggest set called this infinite eternal space, which has no beginning, no end. So all this quality of yours should be originally the quality of this space. It's as simple as that. Be the space, be the eternal, be the sky. This is the only way to actually conquer all kinds of frustration, all kinds of depressions. Because there is a very thin difference between your entertainment and your entrapment. Beware, be aware. I pray to God, I pray to Ishwar, I pray to Allah, that every beat and being be in great peace. And we will overcome this challenge of Corona. Thank you.